Okay, obviously no one's gonna see that from there. Just, I was just trying to sort stuff out, but it was not having it. Combination of still being able to see the screen in Streamlabs OBS to make sure it actually records the bits I want it to, whilst also having YouTube pop up at the same time. For some reason, didn't want me to see the comment, well, the chat, as if there's going to be any. So in case there is, I kind of needed to see it more than just the screen, which I already have on my left. Although a bit of the stream slightly misleading, because most of it's just going to be, I don't know how much of it will be. Me just adding more songs to the playlist that I haven't added anything to. I've added one thing, and I also don't know if the music is too loud, and just the lower it possibly can be. I wish I could do something else about it that isn't just turning it off. But considering what my last stream was, where for the last part of it, Chrome decided to break and only worked as soon as I restarted my PC. Now I don't know why it did it, because honestly there's a lot of things I can't fucking explain. And the song playing right now may seem like it's a first copyright, like can't use it at all, but from what I've seen with the videos, they haven't been claimed. It hasn't said, "Oh, song in the video," not songs in this video. Like nothing's been said on that line, because normally that would mean can't use it at all. If it meant that, so hopefully it doesn't get copyrighted. Because I didn't intend, it's just what happens when on YouTube it doesn't get claimed. I just haven't seen any of it on Steam, on Twitch. I'll say Steam, no, they're a bit weird. But I'm guessing I'm the only one, well it's me and one other person that won't say anything. And then if the entire time happens, but I'm like the only one on my friends group that knows what this is. I want a proper friends group, not just people I've talked to. Because honestly, where this song comes from, I would love to play the entire albums that it comes from. Like, not the song is in many albums, just that it comes from a series that has many albums. It'd be great to play, but there's a thing called copyright, and they have actually done it with YouTube enough all the time. Any tributes all the time disappear, which is honestly a bit stupid. Because even though it is a combination of using show's footage and music, they still compiled it together, compiled it themselves. So it isn't original. It's not original footage, but they still edited it, making it their own in a way. I don't know. Then it's also annoying that a lot of people in my country don't know about the song being played right now, because honestly, where it came from, it really should be more readily available over here. Like the entire series, this is... I don't... What would technically be the Molotov series? I mean, I know I still need to watch more of it. Honestly, I could just do it all weekend. I really fucking should. Like, just clear the schedule of what it says. Just not do Saturday and Sunday. I'd rather not. Problem is me often being lazy. But if I'm able to do this completely fine, surely I can watch a 50 episode series plus a few movies. Although they are 1 hour movies, and sometimes they're counted as movies even though they're like 20 minutes long. Not one of those like animated ones where it's like some form of deeper meaning. No, it's just 20 minutes where it's just either pointless or just another episode of the show that they just called a movie because they can. I mean, it's more interesting than what's happening right now. It's just what's happening right now is boring. How many times are they gonna win the L1? I've just noted 5 HP and special attack. That seems a bit too good to be true if it was... I don't know if that is Pokemon helping me, or it's just what I put in. Well, I'm not saying Pokemon at all. I mean, I may have been the bar PC at all. bit weird that I have 3 mons are grass and then another type, and then 2 mons are another type, then grass. Any more battles I can do? Not consumerism. It's just the same 3. The same 3 of repeats. Even though now there's more repeats, because for some reason they don't go over level 39. With how much I've fallen, you'd think that they would, but no, it's just the same ones. Alright, we finally have a start over 100 and it's special attack. Special defense and defense close. Which is not close enough. Level 50 for Chase. Shiny. Honestly. How the hell is that happening? How am I getting an ad for YouTube even though I have ad blocker on and functioning? That is not how this is supposed to work. Ad blocker is supposed to work on YouTube. And it has been for years. Why now? Although what the bloody hell happened? why is the thing just stopped working completely? Not on my... No, I haven't stopped it, it's still going. Why are they not recording it? Why is technology with me decided to not work today? Like, why has it only done this? Why has it stopped recording entirely? Even though on my screen it works perfectly fine. Now, I cannot figure out the reason. Now, why does it look like it's just stopped? Right click. Right. Can I not do down here? Do I? I don't know why it's just frozen. I cannot figure out why it's done this. what am I meant to do? Because like, it's supposed to capture what's happening now, except it's not doing that. What am I meant to do? It doesn't enough work fine before, except now, no. But it's not a black screen. It's quite literally... like, it's just searching for a black screen. It was not doing this before. Only now does it actually want to just stop functioning. Even though it's a GBA game. Well, actually, will it still do if I quit? Well, if I save it, I quit about. I don't want to make it so that the stream just ends. I don't know how to make it so that it technically still goes on. I may have to, for the one person watching, I'm gonna have to actually close it down to the running administrator. Because for some reason, I don't know on the other end, but for some reason on here, wait, so is it going to be working now? But just if I did that, even though it really shouldn't. Okay, why is it doing that? That doesn't make sense. How does making it so that the display capture isn't visible anymore work? How am I supposed to know that? At least I figured it out, but that's stupid. Although I kind of hope the stream overlay the text actually shows up. I mean, I really do hope it does. Problem is that there's no fucking chat. God, why did I not realise my phone is piping on? Like, I know it's been charging and been on. I know nothing's been done or even said, but I'm trying to redeem something. You know, Discord Nitro said for some reason, don't know what to bloody work. Okay, why is that done the thing of not working? Okay, where the fuck are they gone? I don't know how to get any of this shit online. second and then came back. just a sudden mood, like the contrast of like, it's an orchestral theme. Well, great it is, and then next time, it's just theme for some islands. There were original and remixes of themes from Joe. Because before Warpath, this is as close as you'd get to playing Johto in GBA version. You know, honestly, that would be really interesting how they do that. If how gameplay did. I mean, there is a few games for it, just one that I'm not wanting to go back to because it doesn't make sense and all that. But it's based on the Fire Red, which it still should be more emerald. We've added more songs into it now. 95. I may have to scour more OSTs for games I play that are allowed to be used and not ones just full of copyrighted music. Otherwise, clearly I would have more options than only 95. When it's a combination of copyrighted music and video game OSTs. That isn't just this one because I haven't even got the full thing of this. I've got Slateport, Vernturf, Route 13, Route 119, Belfrontier Brain Theme. I don't know if I've got any more in there. Like, I know I could easily have more. I tried to go for one that weren't Gen 1 unless remakes. Really just not how the island anyone that actually commented within the stream itself. Because it says one viewer, but that one viewer never likes a bloody comment. No matter how many times I ask him to. It's just a comment, usually it's free, it's not like I'm asking for a donation, really. I've had many hours to do that. Why would I start begging for donations this early? I know who I am. I'm not the type of person to be asking for donations just because I haven't received one in an hour. I remember. I know I remember. There'd been well if I didn't have one. But not the exact time. It's called impossible. Still don't know why YouTube tries to get ads to work through ad blocker. Because most of the time it works. Like, there have been 2 cases where for some reason or even somehow it just does not work. Can it be explained? I'm guessing no. So go, fun, fun, go, 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 so, yeah. The fence is the only one that's not close to 100. These all the others have either broken or far 100. Unlike Capilts, where only 2 are. Well, of the 5. mean, granted, the defense isn't far off. At special attack and special defense are pretty much as good as Cheese's defense. I mean, Joker's in this one will break 200 HP. But doesn't help it when it only has 104 special attack. When Cheese has 143. So yes, great health. Except doesn't help with the rest when neither, like none of the stats break unnecessary amount. Like, I'm guessing 110. Because although Creature is at 102, but that's partly because it's got a, well, it's combined, well, it's dealing with high defense and special defense, but pretty much low special attack. How do I get ads with ad blocker? Right, yes, that attack is great. If only it would probably be used for the grass type in. No. Doesn't help unless with Gallo, as 3 sets are close to 100. Well, technically the rest are, but 126 special defense. Some are not even 100 in either attack and stat. The music playing right now kind of symbolizes how I feel. It's on the side of depressing, honestly.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you?
So they should roughly level up at the same time. Just gonna take a few. Oh hey, hey, I didn't expect anyone, even you, to be watching this. Seeing as, yeah, I often don't say that about myself. But also, I don't know if you were here for all of the technical problems earlier. Like, it was just awful. Mainly because of stuff happening that I didn't have. Yeah, clearly, no. Yeah, I mean, I can't agree with that when I'm pretty sure I've not had makeup on. That isn't just Halloween makeup on in years. Yeah, I know. And then a lot of my Twitch was just covered by it. I haven't seen what it is on. Well, what has happened. I just know that it was. Oh. Well, I wish I could say the same, but the only one I played is Borderlands 2. And I got to about level 20 and stopped playing. Man, that was... Yeah, I don't know much. I know that the first one, second one, yeah. There's a pre-sequel. There's the third one that was hyped a lot, and it just all the hype died out practically immediately. But yeah, you would be, seeing as it's a franchise that comes back. Meanwhile, a lot of my franchises, apart from the one playing right now, do not come back, or if they do, it's in a terrible form. I.e. for one of the franchises, the last actual good game that came out, that was an actual game for it, was 2015. And the only things that have come out since are terrible mobile games, occasional mobile games. Oh, I think I remember part of that. Well, no, not playing it, but knowing it existed. Was that technically from one of the Borderlands DLCs? I swear that was kind of the part for one of the Borderlands DLCs, where it pretty much was that. With it mostly being controlled by a midget. Yep, that's the one I'm thinking of. That. Except it's going to be its own game. Wow. Yeah, it's what it's around. Yeah, full on. Wonder if they would ever make it as long as an actual DD campaign though, which would be hours upon hours. Or try and make it an actual game length so that it's still enjoyable but not that so long. Oh, spellcasting stuff, okay. Oh, okay, bam, hundreds. Yeah, you will. I mean, I can't say the same, I've already said only Borderlands 2. Even if I have Borderlands 1 on PS3 and I bought it just because it was there. But the other two, I think it was because it was free on PlayStation Plus at some point. Oh wait, that long? Oh, that must be pain. So at least it's only 22 at least. If they keep it to that, then it's not as bad. It could be like, oh, it's going to be this exact time next year. That would be an age. Well, okay. I'm not wanting to put reaction time out of this. I'll get copyrighted the fuck. Like, you heard parts of it, you didn't see it. I'm not exactly one. I don't want to be part of the reactionists. Seeing as most of the time you just don't make it enjoyable because you end up like Jinx and his brother that did silent reviews, or just had it so that 95% of the screen was their face, 5% was the actual video, and most of the time didn't say anything in it. For Jack's films to essentially do the same thing to them. Mainly because he can, to show them that, oh, this is what it looks like, stop fucking doing it. I mean, I'm pretty sure they stopped. Yeah, okay. I'll just put it on mute. It's got a lot of purple in it. Okay, I'm seeing you're dead and all blacksmiths and large sharks. More purple. And more dragons. With a bandit, or just has a gun that, okay, shooting plasma bullets at the dragon. Story. Who? Andy Samberg? Wanda Sykes. I honestly don't know. Will Arnott, I might have heard of him before. Ash Birch, I might have. What? Blood Stallion, okay. Just a bloody unicorn. Of course it is. Yep, absolutely a lot of purple in it. It was good, I must say. Although in terms of trailers, it isn't as good as that Battlefield trailer. Although, because of it being Borderlands, it's no like I'm on the Epic Game Store now, isn't it? Yeah, I know it would be more of a teaser than not showing the gameplay just yet. But hey, it doesn't look shit. I mean, that was without any of the background music. Look, I'm only saying that because I'm pretty sure Borderlands 3 was on Epic Games Store, and I have only used Epic Games Store for the free games that they offer, and recently Discord Nitro. Another ad somehow, even though clearly I have ad blocker. Yeah. I just haven't. I've had no reason to go back into it. Isn't it one of those where you can? Oh yeah, it is one of those where you can do it co-op. I mean, that often makes it more fun. But at times it was just slightly frustrating by myself. Oh yeah. So it's like a timed exclusive. But still, I wouldn't say it's a great place to put it in the Epic Game Store. Because as you know, I'm just used to Steam. Yes, I may have came first and some of the stuff that has happened on Steam, not great. And that the company behind it really should be doing more with their franchises. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. Unless it was like the idea they would only make it a time exclusive. I'm pretty sure it'd be a rare chance if they get an Epic Store exclusive. It'd be weird if they did. I know just some games that shouldn't have been an Epic Store exclusive, except were. Pretty sure that happened with Rocket League. That was previously on Steam, but I don't think you can even get that on Steam anymore. It's just free to play on Epic Game Store. Although at least some games are getting announced. It's a bit of a problem when the games from a non-video game franchise don't get made. Well, yeah, understandably, when it's not exactly saying, it's not pissing off the fans. I mean, if it's not doing that, then clearly. Okay, yeah, well, I was trying to illustrate that I was trying to attempt to illustrate that some trailers just are being so wildly different from the previous games. Yeah. As long as there's a good experimentation, not so bad that it just ruins the franchise or is not Borderlands. Like, may have the characters in it, but none of the song. Yes, even though it is a spin-off, it still has to have some part of Borderlands to be entirely connected to it, rather than being so different that it's horrible. Because there have been some spin-offs where it just does that and it doesn't even work. I'm trying to think of them though. I know there have been some cases where it just somehow works. I guess spin-offs and crossovers, I don't know if they're the same thing, but sometimes they work. Yeah, I've heard that. I mean, it sort of makes it more fun. It's just like, Yeah, dungeon keeper. But oh, that what they call bunker keeper. But in terms of D&D, it's dungeon keeper, or dungeon master. I don't know. I haven't played D&D at all. Oh yeah, bunkers and badasses. That is a great name for a board game, honestly. Mm. Oh, coming back to the thing of spin-offs that slightly ruined or even ended a franchise. I think it was Infamous First Light. I don't know if that's the actual title, but last game in the Infamous franchise, nothing's happened since. 7 years, nothing. Because they made 2 games for PS3, one very early on for PS4, and then it's sort of a spin-off. I mean, it's kind of a sequel, but it was budgetary because it was apparently only a few hours long. And Infamous series has never been seen since. So I mean, spin-offs can be great for it to not feel like just a repeat of the same game with some extra features. And seeing as what it is, it should be great. Yeah, Second Son being the main one. I can't remember much of it. It's just that they were the last 2 games of the series, and nothing's happened at all. I still end up preferring Infamous 1 and 2. I mean, I haven't played them in a while, but I don't know if it's supposed to be the same character. Guessing it isn't, seeing as they look and sound completely different. Don't know if it's supposed to be alternative universe, or they're trying to go for something more fresh. This seems weird that they did 2 games with Cole, and then just completely changed it up for Second Son. Included graffiti, added some small DLC, which was kind of a spin-off, and then ended. Because almost every PlayStation franchise at this point is gone. It's either gone or it's gone third party. But I guess well, yeah, it would be third party for Crash and Spyro. They were first party, then became third, and still are third party to my knowledge. Ratchet and Clank, because it's Insomniac, is still first party. But I think Sly Cooper's still first. Jack and Daxter might still be first party. It's I think Bioshock 1 and 2 were first party, and then Bioshock Infinite wasn't. Trying to think what other actual mascots for PlayStation. I mean, Infamous would be technically first party, but nothing's been done with it. Spider-Man more or less is a PlayStation first party. I mean, they got 2 exclusive games for it. Appeared exclusively on the PS4 version for Marvel's Avengers, which no one to my knowledge is playing. Well, for some of them. Like, if they were on the decline, then they would need a bit of a break. But if they've been dormant for about 10 years and no remasters in sight, then that's just a terrible sign. Because we've gone past the days of games actually having long running franchises to having one massive game that's just online only and nothing else. I mean, not all of them have done that, just some of them. Although there are there's still many upon many franchises that should come back with something. Mainly because, you know, dormant for that long and the way they've been treated is like horrible. I mean, I am thinking of Conker's Bad Fur Day. Gets one game towards the end of N6 Survivor. I get that one, yeah. Well, it depends on the game franchise itself. Yeah, Borderlands has been going on, but I don't know when in time started. But at least it's a while. Oh, it was that case. Yeah. Yeah. A few of them are like that. I mean, Crash Bandicoot ended up being like that. How long it went with nothing, I think. Was it on the Crash of the Titans game that was the last one for it? And then the Insane Trilogy came out. Yeah, if it's one of those franchises where the final game has been a fitting end, then yes, it can be fine to end it. It's just as long as either the next game is still good, nor does it just make it a sequel to a game that was supposed to have ended and just isn't as good. I think it's what the fourth group essentially did. Still carried on with it, and it's like not as good as the original trilogy. And it can be fun to play a game for that long, for a while. I mean, how else do you think I somehow get? I had about 1,000 hours on GTA Online on the PS4. Oh, now for the sequel. Could be worse. You could have games ending on cliffhangers and not actually ending because they were so ambitious for the sequel that all of the funding went for them to just stop being able to make it. Yeah. I mean, I've had a lot of food for my imagination of some franchises returning. I mean, I might as well spill the beans now. There hasn't been a Dynasty Warriors Gundam game since about 2015. And the problem is that it is expensive. Seeing as it's PS3, it was like, I didn't know about it. Because I only have the first one, I know the second one is cheap, but I still haven't bought it yet for some reason. But it was reborn because I think it was like, I haven't checked everything about it, but it's like 50 quid. And no Dynasty Warriors Gundam game has happened at all. The closest that there has been is a Gundam game where where it represents how large an actual Gundam would be. I played it, and it's too trying to be realistic with it, because a lot of it is just slow. Even though in the anime, from what I've seen, the Gundams just move so fast. Although I guess one reason that's why the series isn't continuing is because the main series, you know, the more spin-off series, Dynasty Warriors, has ended with 9, and it wasn't received well because it was supposed to be open world, so it's just got mixed reviews. So even though it's available on, well, only the Dynasty Warriors on available on Steam for some reason, certain position of none of the Gundam spin-offs are available, which means emulate is the only way possible, because I still need to get that PS3 emulator just so I can properly play PS3 games without a terrible controller, because I don't like the PS3 controller. And also still need to get Xbox 360 emulator to work, so I can play the proper version of Burnout Revenge. Because otherwise I'm gonna have to buy an Xbox One X or Xbox Series X just so I can play a great game in 1080p. Well, in high quality, possibly 4K, I don't know. It's just that it was even though it was on the PS2, I don't think it was made available anywhere, like not even on PlayStation Now. And there was an updated version of that game, seeing as it was originally released in 2005 for PS2 and original Xbox, and then a new version for 360. And apparently it was planned at some point to be on the PS3. There's a build of it that exists, but never materialized. So it got put onto the 360, and then at some point it got made backwards compatible onto the Xbox One. So I'm guessing it's also on the Series X as well. Yet because of that, actually because of reasons I can't figure out, it's never been put onto Steam. Even though, from what I can remember, pretty much most of the GTAs that were available for home consoles are available on Steam. But the only Burnout game on Steam is Burnout Paradise Remastered. None of the ones from the early to mid 2000s, not the one game from the late 2000s. I can't figure out why. Apart from EA, it's all I have to blame. Of course, it's ironic that pretty much my favourite game of all time is made by my least favourite company. But okay, they didn't make it, they published it. But I'm pretty sure they still handled a lot of the advertising in it. But I'm still yet to play that version, because that's why I need to buy another console when I already have the PS5 plugged in. And I haven't played it for at least 2 weeks. It's not like I just never grew up with the 360, it was just the PS3 and the PS2. But somehow, fate happens to have it that the overall best version of my favourite game is on a console that I don't own. So that's a small rant, considering a lot of the game franchises that I want to properly return won't for one reason or another. I mean, in Burnout's case, it's because Need for Speed happened, i.e., the Burnout devs were shifted over to Need for Speed, and Burnout barely had anything. Well, it was the combination of EA's meddling and the main people behind Criterion leaving to make their own company to essentially make their own Burnout, but they've only made 2 games and nothing that equals the entire Burnout franchise, because nearly all of it encapsulates early 2000s amazingly. It, to me, that just defines the 2000s. And yet I can't even play the newest console without damaging it beyond repair. When the best I can get for making it possible to play on newer hardware is either emulator, but that's me having to go through settings just to not get black skyboxes, or get an original PS3, like one of the 2 models they made, just so I can play, as in one that has PS2 backwards compatibility for hardware support, not just software support, hardware. Because honestly, if they kept the PS2 backwards compatibility software, well, made it so that if the hardware was still able to work, then it'd be great. But then the best version would have to be 60 gig. Because I'm on about, well, pretty much a great game hasn't been properly available to play for decades, because the only way to properly play Burnout Revenge, game for 2005, is either emulating it through the PS2 emulator, trying to find the ROM of it so I can get through the Xbox 360 emulator, or get an original PS3 slash get an Xbox One. Okay, why am I here? It's pretty much so much work just so I can play my favourite game of all time, because it's not available on Steam at all. Even though games around this time, such as, well, GTA, Vice City and San Andreas, have been both put on the Steam store, yet Burnout Revenge, nothing. Burnout Paradise Remastered is the best that Steam has for Burnout games. They've not been available on Epic Games or nothing. Only on Xbox Series X or Xbox One X. Just since the Xbox One, backwards compatibility. I can't even speak. Backwards compatibility. Just crawl in my eyes. I have to jump through so many hurdles just to play one game. Yeah, some people are lucky in that department. I'm just incredibly unlucky. But it just so happens to be that because it's a game that gets published by EA and it's not Need for Speed, it just doesn't appear anywhere. Even though it's already been showcased it can very much become a very popular franchise. I mean, Burnout 3 showed that by selling premium copies and was in contender to win Game of the Year in 2004. If you've seen the Burnout series, you'd see how difficult that is. Considering, you know, you're going to get the damages in just a lot upon a lot. Like, I'm not versatile enough to create a game on that magnitude. I'd only do it if I ever had help. Not on my own. I wouldn't be able to on my own, considering I even had the things clue to get all of the stuff to work for a racing game. Seeing as I've never touched the racing, like, I forgot the word for it now. Well, essentially the racing canvas in Unreal Engine. And also doesn't have the... Blur was a good one. I'm pretty sure Split Second was also another fun one. The Motorstorm trilogy, the PS3 exclusives, they were great. And they haven't seen anything since 2011 with Apocalypse. I mean, partly because the company went on to make Onrush. But still. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have that. Well, I need to get a physical version of Apocalypse, but also... It'd still be great if a lot of games, like if they're stuck on a previous gen console, get put onto at least Steam. Like, it's no fun it being not locked to PlayStation Now when I don't know anyone who has that, because it is a subscription upon an already well. Yeah. I mean, Burnout for the time, that was probably unique. Well, if you're not counting Twisted Metal. I guess that's not racing, that's car. I don't know what franchise it is, but put it this way, you were actually able to take down your opponents without it being penalized. Which I think was great. Well, I'm trying to think. Well, it's not a racing simulator, I'll put it that way, so it's not Forza. It's pretty much like, says it's more of a car version of Road Rash, that the Genesis game, I think it was, that we played. Well, it's not like I'm gonna restrict you. I have no restrictions on any of it. I mean, why would I do that? It's mostly going fine, apart from some technical difficulties I had earlier, where the screen capture just did not work. I mean, I can understand that, seeing as 2 grey in the games, I don't mean, well, they're just really good. Rogue Legacy and Shovel Knight. But I'm pretty sure most people have heard of those 2 games at this rate. I still need to finish them, although one you technically can't. Or actually no, you can, it just takes absolutely forever. Shovel Knight you can finish in more reasonable time. There is Super Meat Boy that I haven't finished. I can't. Oh, fuck. I am honestly. I can't think of many more modern indie games apart from those. I know I've got some on my Steam wish list. Oh, for God's sake. There's a lot of options for that, you know. Normal type move. I mean, you have refresh, return, quick attack, tackle, body slam, slam, hyper beam. I can only think of hyper beam, but I mean, why am I not thinking of it? Well, when you say it's a meme though, are you referring to Ferret? What the fuck? Is it not water sport? Why not? I'm pretty sure that. Okay. Splash! There we go, man, to actually remember it. If that's the one I'm thinking of. There we go. Yeah, I couldn't remember that, seeing that I don't think of Splash much. Well, in terms of Splash and me being a meme, the most I can remember it is that it's Magikarp versus Yamcha from Dragon Ball Z. Magikarp using Splash and Yamcha dying. I mean, that'd be a good way to get rid of Charizard, honestly. I mean, I don't know why Game Freak hasn't tried to make slight changes to it. I mean, if Splash could actually do that, they'd have to. Once again, back to this game. 4 mechanics left. I don't know which ones to use them on. But I'm planning to just only, well, not use all 4 on one, but use 4 on individual ones. Is it not hyper? Well, actually, unless you're gonna say it's Splash. Well, you can say it's Splash for the joke, or actual best move to use. Because if it's actual best move by pure power, then it's Hyper Beam. Because it's 150. But honestly, I don't know any others. And I should... I don't know, like, for calculations, apart from... Returns 102 base power. That's the only way back happens. Yeah. Okay. It wouldn't be sleep because the closest you have is rest, and that's psychic type. And well, that would be using the move rest, psychic type, but then you'd have to also combine that with either snore, sleep talk. Well, sleep would be just what Snorlax and Slacken do. They're that large and powerful, but they'd rather be asleep. I mean, you can say you are nerd, but you're also contesting with me. Someone who's played the games since roughly 2004. And then has played pretty much every single mainline series. Not each individual one, but every single generation. I know it's not a great thing to always admit, but... So, wait, hang on, day one every day. You're trying to make it seem like you've played... I mean, you're trying to make it seem like you've played the game since 1996. Which no one outside of Japan has done, to my knowledge. And also every day would be a bit much, even I don't do that. Don't do it every single time. Really? I know that's what I get. Well, hang on, who are you referring that to? Because it can't be referring to me. That's called impossible. Okay. Okay, I'm just checking viewers, so how did we get 2 more viewers in? Because it was on 2 for 1, and now nowhere comes up 4. I'm, to my knowledge, I'm not one in this area. Really? Really? I find that difficult to believe. Yeah, well, but why is it saying the only way to actually get to where I want to go is with strength? God damn it. Honestly, watching this evolve is just funny. I hope strength's the only HM I need for this area. I don't know if you can kind of mod on a bloody bridge. There we go. Look at this point. There it is. Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, I might as well just leave the comment as it is. I'm not going to attempt to get involved. I mean, I'm really not currently, seeing as I'll temporarily be gone a few minutes, because I'm going to toilet that. So I'm back. Has that person left? Well, has either person left? I don't know. Okay, just wanted to know, honestly. Because that was quite heated, and it was only in text form. I don't know if it would have been better or worse if I was actually hearing it. Well, yeah, it was, completely obvious. I don't mean this was the one I was supposed to select. I was supposed to pick another one. Gonna have to pick another one because you know what that is. But hey, we've nearly reached the end of this game, and I've just gotta hope that everything goes well. Well, at least I can say that person hasn't decided to unfollow me, Mr. Donsky. I don't know how you probably say it, but it's not one of those where it's like, yeah, I'll just unfollow you for something that you did not do. I mean, he did leave, but at least he hasn't unfollowed me. What? I mean, that would be the most heinous crime, honestly, that you could do. Although I kind of just hope he would attempt to report you. I don't know if he would ever go that far. He might be, but I don't think he will have a chance to when tomorrow is Uno. I'm gonna have to change the Twitch schedule because it might be all day Uno instead of just the last stream of Friday being Uno. Seeing as I have it installed, and annoying, it's gonna have to be against other players and not against friends. Because I don't know anyone that has Uno on Steam that isn't just me. Because if I did have a North, like 3 others, then then it would be possible to do Uno custom rules. And they are fun. I mean, I'm totally not just stealing all of the rules from when Markiplier does it, but he is bloody good. Which is the problem with Uno, it's like it's not exactly great to play by yourself against 3 AI, because when I did, I rarely ever won. Rather than playing against 3 other people. Except for some reason when I play it in real life, I don't know how, but I just end up not doing great a lot of the time. Even though I played it for so long, I just get so unlucky. But it's one game that you really can't forget the rules of. Yeah. Although the way I hate tabletop, I'm just thinking of Tabletop Simulator. Oh. Wait, was this for the... The way you're saying that, was that the time when we had to do a board game about, well... One Tabletop Simulator, or when we had to do it a few weeks thing at the start of the year and it was just a calamity? Well, in my end, it was a calamity. Yeah, the game jam, I barely did anything in it. I mean, partly because I couldn't think of anything. One of the days, I woke up late because I completely forgot about it. So by the time I did wake up, only half an hour was left. On my end, oh, I didn't switch out. Shit. But I know that it was Yakuza. Do I wish I could have done more? Yeah, just it's a bit of a problem when I'm in groups that I somehow find a way to just fade into the background. Mainly because I can never think of any good ideas at all. I mean, I did so horribly in it, and I wonder why I never did one in the industry week. Okay, you did. Okay, your group did that. I did Yakuza. I can't remember a thing from it, and I didn't design the board. Someone else did that in Photoshop. I think I came up with one idea, except it was that long ago. I can't even remember it. I know that, especially when we had to talk about, I was going to talk about something, but my part was taken from me. I didn't want to exactly say anything until afterwards. So it just made it seem like I didn't do anything. I really didn't do anything. Although I can say it was mainly a problem because way too many wanted to do GTA 5. Because in terms of Yakuza, I've only played a small part of Kiwami. I know about Lemons, them being decades old. Thomas Alone I know nothing about. GTA is obviously going to be the one that I know the most about. And I've played that for at least 1,000 hours across 2 accounts. Yeah, you did that. I can't remember who was in mine, but look, I kind of blame myself. I think I can never think of any good ideas. It's always the problem. The only time when I can ever think of good ideas is when it's on my own. But then again, if I had to do the entire thing on my own, I would have nothing. But then again, I'm really going to have nothing when it's based off a board game for series I haven't played much. Yeah. I can't remember for mine. I know it was just one person pretty much designing the entire thing, including some of the markers for like the map of one of the Yakuza games. The market Tokyo, or just a small part of it. But then what I'd ever want to do is if I can actually do stuff in it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what the lead ends up doing. I'd never really want to be that much of a leader, because you were the lead designer. In my group, I was pretty much the useless intern. Like, barely came up with anything and barely even showed up. But at least I'm not that one that, not that stereotype of barely does anything but still expects full credit. So like a group thing. No, I would be the intern that just didn't do anything but at least admits to it. I mean, yours one did. My group's one did. I didn't end up looking good even in it. Honestly, can't remember for my one. It's been that long. Has it been said that there's going to be more plans for game gens in the second year? I can't remember. I just know whoever has me, I've got to make a massive improvement over the last academic year. That isn't just sit there, not know what the fuck to do. I'm not doing my own completely. Oh no. No matter what way, it's like always ends badly with me because I don't know if it's just me that just doesn't do well in terms of some groups when I end up not doing much. I'm guessing it's because like I never think of good ideas. For some reason my mind just goes blank for ideas and cases like that. Like it just happens, I can't control it. See, even trying to think of skills on the top of my head, I can't think of them. I wouldn't want to be programmer, that's way too much code. Well, in terms of, the only thing I can think of is level designer. Like, basis of the level itself. That doesn't work for board game, now does it? Yeah. I mean, I'd rather be in level design as planned. Yeah. But the problem is that I haven't played enough board games to properly be an expert for making one, because Monopoly is the most I have done. Now I've done Hero Quest. I'm guessing Frustration technically counts. Oh, yeah. Okay, you do that, meanwhile, you know, just... Oh, the cheating's gonna... Meanwhile, mine, it was just... Find one of the maps for a Yakuza game and just use that. I don't think there was much modeling in ours. Just someone spent too much time in Photoshop. Well, I can attempt to remember it. No, I don't think I can. I wouldn't be able to remember who was exactly on the team. Yeah, I think that was the sort of main problem. I think overall in my group, like even though I didn't do much, it often felt like the one in the first shot was the one doing the most. I mean, I couldn't, seeing that I didn't have first shot, and someone just did it. Because it was mostly just one person. Okay, just that, yeah. You know, most of the time, whenever it was the time of the game jams, it was one person just recording their screen for first shot, and from what I heard, it was mostly that one person doing it. I mean, others still did some stuff. I mean, if I can find the team's conversation. A lot of it was like me being carried and I accept it. I was awful. If only the app version of Teams was able to show me all of the conversations I've had. Because it only shows the most recent ones for some reason. Like if this was, I could easily just check on my PC. I'd attempt to remember who was in it. Because I can't. Even though you won't be able to see it. Except you're seeing the loading screen for it, seeing as I'd like to do it. And clearly see the recent events thing totally not associated with Streamlabs OBS, where I haven't got the thing to work yet. Why did not? Why did they make it seem like the chats I've had with other students have been removed? I can't even remember what group it was I was in at all. I know there was just way too many groups, unless it was it group 3? Oh. Yeah, I kinda remember. Leo and Will were in it. And it doesn't want to show who the others were. Just, that's all that's... Oh, yeah, it was Yakuza card game. No wonder. Oh, yeah, it was me, Leo, Will, and Nathan. That's who the group was. And I think it was Leo that did most of it. He's the one doing all of the cards in Photoshop. I wish I did more. side effect of me finding a way to not do much at all. And I just end up hating it. It's like part of it, yes. Okay, this is not fair for one. This isn't kind of. Oh, is it just gonna be? I mean, it kind of is, but. It's like, yes, you think, oh, it'd be fine to do nothing. But it's me. I'd rather do something. Like, hopefully this Atari goes down when he's closer, because if you've got me, you can 10% bonus. But if a game jam is ever done again, I would just try and do something more than what I did. Which I... Because they did the map, I was born, someone did the card. Oh wait, I think one part I can remember that I actually did. If I can attempt to remember, was how the game was overall played, or it's like the consequences of like, oh, because this happened, you have to go back to this area. Yeah. I know it's a bit difficult when the teams were months ago. But I definitely remember having a plan how the overall system was done for, like, how you would win cards and then have the system up. You have to ascend the system so that you can overall win. That did fuck all. Doesn't help that it's like, even though I boosted evasion, accuracy's still down. Because that's all this Kingdra ever likes to do. Not attacking me, or when he does rarely. So I did something in the game jam, but not a lot. Can I just hit more than just once every few turns? I'm not wanting to waste all of my ice beam. Still need to use some of it up, but it's just gonna heal with a forward storm. Or hopefully I can try and get it in range. No, I don't think I will be able to get in range at all. Because it's just gonna increase its attack and speed. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was already faster. Oh, that... I hate spring screen. And also times when a move should do a lot, doesn't do a lot. Man, how is it that the only two kingdoms in this game? Yeah, tile lane, but the only two kingdoms in this game are just so trolly. Like, it's unbelievable. Yeah. Oh, great, a fucking crit. Look, I'm in a state of annoyance when the Kingdra just makes it so that I can't hit it. Or when I can, barely does any damage. It's one or the other. Did you see what just happened to it? I mean, I don't even have any strong priority moves as the thing. I mean, I will attempt with Capils to see if I can knock it out before it decides. Oh, hopefully this return is enough, because I'm pretty sure it hasn't raised its defense at all, and the happiness should be high enough. There we go. Highest dynamic punch. Great power up. It's 50-50 shot whether or not it would actually hit. And I don't have Mind Reader to make it 100% accurate. At least now we can go back to blasting those ice beams. I mean, I don't know if it'll be... Okay, so it's faster. Using a move that is resisted at least. Nope. Just annoying that I click off it, and obviously stuff just happens because reasons on the screen. I don't want them to appear, but they still do. Okay, that's stab. Also, this is quad weak. Maybe may not be stab, but you bitch. So hopefully it's a damage range thing, and I can actually kill it off. Or not. Okay, that's close to quad resistant. What the fuck? How did it get the flinch like that? That's like 10% chance. Okay, well that's neutral. And a crit? What the fuck is this shit? I know I'm healing a lot. But at the same time, it does that much because it's a pseudo legendary, and yet somehow gets lucky. I know where that's from. I'm guessing you know where that's from. I mean, starts with the letter F and ends with the letter E. But now I only have one left, and it's a pure water type trainer. No, I was flex tape. Not tape. Do you not know what flex tape? You know, John. Not flex tape. Okay, stop with the trolling, honestly. Surely you should know about flex tape and the ads. Oh, I didn't realise he was in here. God, that's a bit weird. He's trying to infiltrate. Great, so I've got one person from a Discord server that... Yeah, so 2 people from one Discord group and the other from uni. I'm pretty sure this song does not fit. No, that doesn't... And it doesn't... Oh, for fuck's sake, does it have to do that? Again... No. And doesn't... Why are they trying to give me fucking ads, a piece of shit? No. It's like, it's either ads or just won't play. Okay, we've got something, but... It's not the original music, but... Oh, yeah, it hits Blizzard, cause it does. If I got frozen because of that... Of course it kills it then. Yuri cargo it is. 120 base power, stamina, didn't even do half. Bullshit. But I know this is blindly only. Seeing as I'm gonna have to finish this battle before the end of the stream, then it's gonna be a while. This will be a short one just because I can. I mean, partly because I have to make room for Uno being all day tomorrow. I mean, it was originally just a night, but yeah, I don't think I need to answer many questions from Wilbur. Normally it would be secret about one's names, but I'm literally just reading as it is. But no, I don't. Considering the most, actually, the last time I did play a mainline Mario series was years ago. There we go, the crit. Sorry, my logic gone. Even though most of my team is close to dead. And no, I don't have much skillage. I know low defense, but also I have low attack. Oh, come on! If I could, I would slam my hand against this controller of how a non-stab move kills me just because of range. But I have a non-stab move with soft sand and it doesn't want to KO. And that's enough for range? Are you bloody joking? But I also don't know how the ones here are going to be for the available for that Uno's massive stream. Well, even though it's still going to be starting from the afternoons, it's still going to be ending at 2:30. Because I still want to stream for 8 hours in a row. But if I'm able to do it from 6:30, then it's still going to be 8 hours. Because sadly in that. Okay, from what I can remember, okay, Ludicolo and Gyarados are the ones left. There's the Ludicolo. Is it gonna have an ice move as well? Because mine does. But it's annoying that because of how it's set up. And actually it's gonna have double team, isn't it? Surprisingly faster. I mean, I know I have aerial ace, but at the same time, it's on one that's dead. There we go. How much damage is it gonna do? Okay, that's enough. If I'm actually able to hit it next turn, then all I have is a Gyarados. That's it. Oh, and I tried using the surf twice. Bitch. Can I just hit? There we go. Go down. Okay, who the hell left? Because I saw 2 viewers. Why would it go down? At this climactic battle. 1 left. I technically have 4. 1 is close to dead and 1's fainted. I didn't mean it like that, just like it's a very climactic battle. And I hope return does a lot. Or nothing, because of reduced attack. I can't do bit by bit battle, just I'm just on the side of annoying considering no matter what I do. Now I'm going with the ice beam. Will it go down? Please. Just get somewhere close to red. There we go. But well, it's more of a serpent. Fuck you, Wallace. Do all of that work, 1 HP, heals. I know it's slightly different considering what I'm doing, but considering that I'm not doing enough 1-hit KOs pretty much all the time. Meanwhile on his end, isn't enough voids. I know where you're going with that. It's been a joke on the internet countless times. Because next you're going to be saying that, oh, reverse Ekans, you get Snake. And then, oh, reverse a Muck. That wasn't even a crit. Like, I can just be glad that it actually needs to be charged. But I have fucking done it! Pokemon Emerald, grass types only. Thanks to you, Springer. It took a fucking long time. I mean, it took pretty much 8 streams. And a lot of technical difficulties to get here, but it finally happened. I mean, I'm glad I've been recording this part and a few others. I didn't record the first 3 parts, but from part 4 onwards, record it, but it can't go anywhere except for YouTube. Slightly annoying. Mainly because I'm not affiliate yet, and I haven't exactly asked anyone to make a second account just so they could follow this one. Because I'd only do that if it reached 25. Yes, I clearly do know. You know, Gen 1, pure ground type, very fast. Got a really bad alone form. But hey, now I'm showing you the team that did it. Cheese, Sceptile level 53. Uricargo, the Cradillion, level 52. Brachio, the Trophy is level 52. Springer, the character level 54, ended it. Solo's a load of call level 54, was there a lot of the time. Capel's a Braille level 54, give it up for that team. Entirely green, and it took us 30 bloody hours. I mean, reversing duck shield does not mean that. I mean, I'm just keeping it on here because I can. But also, have you not seen some of the stuff that they put in this kids game? Well, other games, you know, they only put it in word form, meaning it's not as bad, but some Pokédex entries essentially implying that some Pokemon are cannibals? I know that some of them are child kidnappers. Others are representing the face, well, have a face that looks like themselves as a Pokemon. Yes, they put that much energy into just the penis design, and no wonder why the game can't run that well. They put that much effort into that. No. Right, hang on. Is that Pride Kappa only for this month? I.e., it's for this month, and as soon as it becomes July, it gets removed. Because that's what a lot of companies end up doing. Okay, so it's not as bad. It's not as bad as companies currently now, where yeah they have the rainbow, well, have rainbow in their logo somewhere, just for this month, and then remove it as soon as it becomes July, making it seem like the support, well, they. I mean, no. But going back to what I was trying to say. They only have it for celebrating Pride Month, even though if they want to actually make some form of a difference, have it be like year round, or at least for a season, not 1 month, making it sort of seem like subliminally, like people in the community are only accepted in June. All the other 11 months, no, just June. Even though all of the marketing push companies try doesn't work when some people community, I'm not sure if I don't know how many, but some do not like it. See, the end. And it also means very close to the end of this stream, going for roughly 3 hours and 52 minutes. So I'm ending with 4 viewers and only one of them is saying anything. I mean, we were great if the others would say anything before I end this stream. Because one person can't be doing all the hard work. So if they're gonna say something, say it now before I end it. Yeah. I mean, it's great that you're saying something, but I'm seeing 4 viewers, but they ain't saying anything. Great if they did. At least got one person here talking with me, and I'm not just talking to a wall. But if they're not gonna say anything, I'm ending this here and now.